Right.
All right. Welcome to ladies and gents. This is episode 50. I'm joined by my gorgeous sister, Murph Deasy. Meredith.
Yo, what up, what up, what up?
Uh, what up, what up?
Remember when I'm so bad at that shit. Whatever, I'm so
Yeah,
bad
it's
at
all
it.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
how's it going?
great.
Good.
But I have got a question for you.
Okay.
Wha- What's your operating percentage right now? Like, be honest, like today, right this second.
Like a 64.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So it's over 50.
it's over
That's good.
50. Yeah, what about you?
Yeah. I'll probably say like a 80.
Ah, dog. That's great. An 80.
Well,
Hello.
they let me off work about an hour earlier today, which is real, or an hour and a half, because let me tell you some shit. It was the weather.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I got stuck in like a fucking flash flood type situation where if I had waited till 7 to get off, it would have been really bad.
Mm.
Anyway, but I'm off. Today's Friday and I'm off. I don't have to go back to work till Wednesday.
That's what's up.
I don't pick my schedule. I mean, yeah, I have to work 3 days in a row, but I don't have to work till Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Today's what, Friday? You're doing the what? Jesus.
yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, that's cool.
But yeah, I will say this. I am our father's daughter. I moved in here on June 8th. My clothes really aren't unpacked. I'm missing a lot of things that I'm looking for that probably are in. I didn't have a ton of bags of clothes, so I've been able to like put clothes on, like every day. And I've done laundry. Like I've got laundry sitting in the dryer for a couple days. Like
Well, you
it's
have a
not really.
washer and dryer in the house.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So for your viewers, I'm back in Chapel Hill. I'm still travel nursing. I extended my contract here for another 12 weeks, 3 months. My second contract started June 12th and it ends on September 9th. And after that, I'm leaving. Like, I'm not
Where are you
kidding.
gonna go?
I'm not kidding this time. So I recently got my Pennsylvania license. I recently got my New York State license. Um, because I live in South Carolina, I have the compact license. North Carolina is also part of the compact, so it doesn't matter if I still live in Charlotte, it'd be the same way.
Hmm.
Um, so there's about 27, 28 states that I can live in, that I can work in, and literally
That
just
like
walk through
that reciprocates.
compact. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You don't have to. So reciprocal licensing has to do with, it's not the compact. Um, Basically, when you get licensed through reciprocity, means that you have a nursing license in another state. And say for example, your original license was from California. You live in California, your license is in California, but you want to move to New York State. California and New York are not compact states, they are separate. So when you're licensed by reciprocity, basically all that means is that you have to pay the fee to get your license. And then there's typically either you have to get fingerprinted or you have to do like some CEUs or something.
Yeah.
That's it. And you fill out an application and that's it. Meaning that you don't have to take the fucking NCLEX again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we all took the same exam to be RNs. It's called the NCLEX.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to take an exam again. So you're getting licensed by reciprocity. Whereas being in the compact state, which is like I said, I think it's like 28, 29 states. Your home state, if your home state is in one of those 28 to 29 states, then you can literally work in any other state on your home state license. Meaning I don't even have to get a license in Texas because I have a license in South Carolina.
Right.
Or both, or I don't have to get a license in Vermont because I have a license in South Carolina. And they're all part of the compact. So I don't even have to do the reciprocity shit. I just have to, I have my South Carolina license and that's it. And that's why I used to work in Vermont.
Oh
Example.
yeah. Yeah, man. It's like the same with
Your insurance stuff, right?
the insurance, yeah. Because I hold a North Carolina license, but it reciprocates to so many other
Yeah. So
states.
you don't have to
Yeah.
get I thought you had to get one for like every state that you worked.
No, like I would need one for New York. I'd need one for Hawaii.
Yeah. It's all the big states.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Go to. Yeah.
like California, I think it even reaches out there too. It's crazy. I mean, but I still have to do my CEUs every. It's like every 2 years.
We
I
have to
have to
do,
have my shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I have to do
So
like flood and ethics shit like that. Like it's so stupid.
I had to do, I had to do both New York and Pennsylvania, which I'm guessing this might be a national, this is going to eventually be like a national thing that has to be done every time. I had to do like a recognizing elder and child abuse CEU.
Mm.
It was a couple of hours and it was very extensive.
Hmm.
Because when you are, it depends on the state you're in, you're a mandated reporter, which means that if you see child abuse, if you even think, if you have a, like, for example, if you work in the ER and there's a kid
Mm.
who comes in like a 2-year-old and he's got bruises in weird places and stuff, or he's got a broken arm and the caregiver comes and it gives you like this weird ass fucking story, or they're acting weird or something.
Hmm.
In Pennsylvania, you have to call this number, like a 1-800 number. You have to. Like, there's no like, oh, well, I don't know. Maybe. No, you have to. If you have any kind of suspicion, you have to call the number and tell them your suspicion and what's going on, and it will be investigated by their people. Because if you don't report, you can get in a lot of trouble. Like, I'm talking a lot of trouble. Like, you have to be, and it's the same thing with elder abuse. If you, and so what I think is happening is that, so I had to do this for New York and Pennsylvania. I'm thinking every state eventually is going to have some sort of CEU, like a educational piece that you have to do every time you get licensed, which is
So
good, you know? So
so like if you so if a kid comes in and you suspect maybe there might be some sort of abuse, then you're mandated to
yeah, mandate,
report a.
which I already am. In
Yeah,
any state, a healthcare provider, anybody that works with children, like
yeah,
teachers or
yeah.
counselors or daycare workers or anything, are required to
Report it.
report it to the state or to the cops, basically.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
But the thing about Pennsylvania is they're trying to make it easier. So if you work in a hospital or, a long-term care facility where you have elder abuse or whatever, like, you call this one number, you give them the basic information, it's all anonymous, and they investigate it, and you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about it anymore. You're like, okay, I did my job, like, that's it. You don't have to worry about, oh my God, am I gonna get sued? Like, whatever. No, you're not, because you've given it to the authorities and you've done what you're supposed to do. Anyway,
It's
that's
like a
totally random, but yeah.
nah, it's not random. It's just like fucking crazy, like thinking about that.
It's terrible. It's fucking
Yeah.
terrible. It's fucking terrible. Um, but it happens every day, and it's like, you know, it's disgusting. I mean, people are monsters, and
Yeah.
that's what's hard about working with the public, especially in like a healthcare setting where everyone's very vulnerable, is that
Yeah.
see like that part of people, and you see like the worst of humanity and see like the worst of what people can do. It's like being a police officer. It's like you see the worst of humanity.
Yeah.
And how they deal with that, I have no fucking clue, because I could never
Oh,
do.
I don't fucking understand how you deal with that. That's crazy. Like,
Well, I don't really have to. I'm very lucky. I'm in a very cushioned bubble environment, and I always have been, being in the OR. I mean, there are so many other steps for a patient to get through before they come to me and they come see me. Like, especially if they've been admitted to the hospital for whatever reason, they're being admitted from the ER. Say for example, they have a really bad heart and they have had a heart attack, and their cardiac enzymes are elevated. They've done an EKG and their troponin's elevated. They need to have a cardiac cath done. So they go to the cath lab and they attempt to they do a stent and it works, but they've got like more than one coronary artery that needs to be bypassed. Then that's when they sit in the hospital and they work them up and they put them on blood thinners and they make sure they're ready to go for surgery, and they do all the testing. They do pulmonary function testing, they do kidney testing, they do all kinds of testing to make sure that they'll survive the cardiopulmonary bypass run, meaning the heart-lung machine. If we put you on the heart-lung machine, are you going to live? So we have to make sure all your other organs are, the lungs and the kidneys are, your heart may be shit. I mean, we may need to work on your heart, but we need to make sure everything else works before we put you on the bypass machine. So there are tons of people that are putting hands on my patient and seeing my patient and doing consults on my patient before I see my patient. So I'm very cocooned,
yeah.
with just by nature of the fact that I'm an OR nurse.
So by the time it gets to you, they're like set up for success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, working in a trauma center, sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes it literally comes through the door and you're just like, well, sometimes we don't even know the patient's name. And they end up having an alias. Like, you don't even know who the patient is. Like, they've been in some accident, they don't have ID on them, nobody knows who they are. Like, they come through the door and you give them an alias, and eventually you try to find out who they are, and you try to find out, like, you save their life, and then you try to find out, like, what's the deal? Like, who's this person?
It's heavy.
Yeah, it is.
That's got to be a lot, right? To like take home.
Mm-hmm. I don't have to deal with that most of the time. 99% of the patients that I work on, my patients are all scheduled cases. Even if they're urgent cases, they're not like busting through the door, trauma. Nobody even knows who they are. Like, the ER, like, they're so critical. The ER doesn't even look to see what their ID is. They just throw an alias on them and they send them upstairs. We have no idea who this person is. They still have their clothes on, like, all this. Very, very rarely does that happen. It's usually like some sort of massive trauma, like accident, car wreck, train wreck, whatever. It's almost always a car wreck, or a stabbing, a shooting. We had a girl a couple months ago who, 17-year-old girl, got stabbed like 15 times.
What?
Yeah. She came in the middle of the day.
She survived?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it wasn't 15. It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was less than 10, but it was more than 5. Let's just say.
Yeah.
But the person who stabbed her, I guess they just didn't have good aim. So I won't go into the rest of it because it's, it's very specific, but
HIPAA.
yeah, exactly. A young person a young girl who I won't say her age or anything, and I definitely won't say where she's from, but it was in the middle of the day and it was traumatic. Like, I mean, people came in and it was like, I mean, she was fine. She ended up being okay, which is good.
15
She
Jesus.
left the hospital in like 4 days. She was amazing. The thing about young kids like that is they are so resilient. They bounce back like that. You know what I mean? If somebody my age had gotten stabbed like that, it probably would have been a lot harder
Good night.
recovery. You know what I mean? Like it would have been a lot more difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. But she survived and she's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's fine. No lasting issues. She was stabbed in the abdomen. Like the person could have done so much damage, but he
15
had bad aim.
times. Yeah.
Crime of passion. It's like, fuck you, dude. Like, get away.
Fucking dumbass. Could have done better, bud.
Makes me terrified. Like,
What a loser.
he's fucking
You stab somebody 15 times and it doesn't work. You fucking dumbass.
like, oh my god.
Makes me sick.
I weep for that generation. I weep for that generation.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have no clue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've gotten on a really dark note. So
It's all good. Yeah. Let's rock. What do you want to listen to?
We talked about K-pop, but we can whatever you want to. I don't care. I know that you don't like K-pop. You asked me what kind of groups I like. I said right now I'm only listening to K-pop, so I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all good. I don't care. What's a K-pop song you'd like to hear?
Okay, so my favorite K-pop song by one of my favorite groups. I stan like 4, possibly 5 groups. One of them is BTS, who's currently on hiatus. It's called Cyberpunk.
Okay.
And it's by a group called ATEEZ. It's spelled ATEEZ.
Okay.
It was the first, well, I had heard other songs by them, but this was the first one that I was like,
Be like, hell yeah.
And you now.
See if I can find it.
Yeah. Oh. The whole thing about Cyberpunk is that it wasn't this chorus is so good.
I love that.
Right, that's cool, right? So
Yeah.
that song came out last year, but it wasn't like the title track. So in K-pop, it's like the title track is like the single that comes out. They do a music video, and they go on all the music shows with it. So, but it got super popular with the fans, and when they went on tour, like summer, fall last year into the winter time, they did a they did Cyberpunk on the tour. It was basically like a Magic Mike show. Like the costumes and the
How many
choreography.
people are in the band?
There's 8.
8 of them.
There's 8.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's 8.
And how many are in BTS? 7?
7. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it was so fucking popular and the fans loved it so much that they did a comeback at the very end of December of last year. It was a song called Halazia, and it was almost like it was like a short EP, so it only had like 2 or 3 songs on it, but that was like the title track. So they did a video for it. They went all on all the Korean music shows, like it was a full comeback. But in the beginning of January, they were on the show called Music Bank, which is one of the big ones on one of the national TV shows there, one of the national networks. And they did Halazia, but then they did a special performance of Cyberpunk on national TV. And it's the only like legit recorded performance of Cyberpunk. And people lost their fucking
I'm sure they did.
Up to that point, the only people who had seen it were people who had seen it in the concerts or had watched the recordings of the concerts online. And literally it was like it was like a fucking Magic Mike show. That's all I can say. The costumes are like crazy. The dancing and just so it was so fucking hot. Anyway,
You said Halazia?
so Halazia was that comeback that was in December.
Okay.
It's Halazia.
Carl, I got you.
Boy, yes, song. Yeah, they're pretty dope.
I mean, that's sick.
They're pretty dope. So the cool thing about them is that they debuted in October of 2018. So
Okay.
they're a little bit older than Tomorrow by Together. They started like 5 months later. 2 of the members in ATs were actually big hit trainees, meaning that they trained at Big Hit Music. They were part of the trainees that were going to eventually become the group that is now Tomorrow by Together. So they did the training period and everything, and it's like fucking years. It's crazy. It's crazy. So these kids go to school, they like high school or middle school or whatever, they go to school and then they come to the company and they practice and practice and practice and they train. And then they go through these evaluations every month. Blah, 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 blah. So 2 of the members of ATs were actually training they had passed the auditions for Big Hit, which was a big deal because I mean, that's BTS's company. And at that point, they weren't part of Hybe, the big corporation, but BTS were just starting to get like super famous, like all around the world. So it was like 2017, 2016. So Yosung and Woo Young left. Yosung left first. He left Big Hit first, and he auditioned for this company called KQ. They were starting a boy group. And he auditioned for them, and they got him. And Woo Young was his best friend. Woo Young actually left Big Hit because Yosung left Big Hit and went to KQ, auditioned, and got and passed. And the reason he did that is because he said they knew at that point that they were never going to debut in Big Hit. They knew at that point that it was going to be the 5 guys that ended up being Tomorrow by Together. So they knew that at that point. So that's why Yosung left. And Woo Young loved Yosung so much, they're best friends, and he trusted him. And he knew that he was not going to debut in Big Hit. He knew he wasn't, because he knew he wasn't going to be one of these 5 guys that ended up being Tomorrow by Together. So they ended up going to KQ, and they joined what eventually became ATs. And they debuted before TXT. So, but what's cute about it is that the 2 of them are super close with the guys in Tomorrow by Together. And then it's just so happens that Yeonjun from Tomorrow by Together also went to school with one of the guys from AT's Sam. So like they're all like entrenched in each other, which is cute.
So they all like know each other. Like,
yeah, everybody loves each other. Whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy for each other. Like the 4th gen or whatever of K-pop is now over. Now it's gone to the 5th gen, because every 5 years it goes to like another generation. But anyway,
so much information.
I know.
So much information.
All I'll say about ATEEZ is this: they are one of what they call a self-producing idol group. Not self-producing, but the leader of ATEEZ is named Kim Hong-jung. And he is a rapper, producer, singer, or whatever. He was like, it's kind of like Namjoon from BTS. Like basically they built the whole group around Hong-jung, because he was so talented, and he basically sent his mixtape in and everything. And he became the first trainee of that group, and then they built the group around him.
Now, Namjoon from BTS, is that the one that speaks
RM.
English?
Yeah, RM. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the leader. So yeah, Hong-jung is the leader of ATEEZ.
Huh.
So he's a rapper, singer, producer, whatever. He does all this, lyricist, so it's pretty cool.
No, that's cool. It's just like it's a whole different world.
Dude, you better believe. Like it wasn't until really, like I'd always liked Tomorrow by Together, but it wasn't until like 2021 that I was like, okay. There was this one song that came out, and I was like, okay, I'm fucking with y'all now, like big time.
So
And
what is it? What is it? Would you say that got you into K-pop?
just besides BTS?
Yeah, like what in general? Like what?
So when I found BTS, it was literally like the lowest point in my adult life.
Yeah.
I had a complete breakdown at work.
Mm-hmm.
I went into rehab for alcohol.
Mm.
I was drinking way too much. I had gone to work one day, and I had a huge panic attack. I wasn't drunk, didn't feel drunk, but I had been drinking the night before, but it was like earlier in the night,
Yeah.
It was just beer, because you always just like, oh, it's just beer. It's not a big deal. Beer, whatever.
Drinking beer.
Yeah, no, and I am too. But what I'm saying is like, for whatever reason, I remember I had come in and they were having me scrub this big ass thoracotomy case. I had no idea I was going to do it. And for whatever reason, I just was like, this is it. like I lost it. And it was like 7 a.m. The patient was coming at 7:30. And basically, like, I just broke scrub and I just like started hyperventilating and they took me to the ER. My fucking boss went down there with me, which was super embarrassing. And I remember like being on the stretcher, they pulled me down, they put me on a stretcher, and I would just like, I could not stop moving my body. Like I was having some sort of, it was almost like a seizure or something. I don't know, but it was all anxiety. It was all panic was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So they took me to, they basically said, oh, she's having a panic attack. So they took me to the room to get an EKG. So I got a 12 lead EKG to make sure I wasn't having a heart attack, which I wasn't. So they took me back to a like more of a private area, you know, because I was a nurse there. They took me to like more of a quiet area. Literally like 6 people came in at the same time to like put hands on me and like, you know, assess me, whatever. I had a nurse trying to put an IV in me. She was a terrible nurse, terrible. I had this huge bruise. She put it in my AC when should have done it down here.
Yeah, fucking noob.
Put it in here, and I had the biggest it was literally, the bruise was this big. Okay, sis, whatever. I could have done it.
Fucking loser. Just let me do it. Let me do it myself.
Start down here, sis. Start down here, and then you can work your way up. Don't start here. Anyway. So they gave me a bag of fluid, and I remember them asking me, like, when they were doing this, I was like, do you drink? I was like, yes. They're like, how often do you drink? I was like, every day. And there was some voice in my head that said, tell them the truth.
Yeah.
Tell them the truth. Don't lie. Don't lie. Tell them the truth. And I said, because at that point I had been drinking 10 to 12 beers a day.
Hell yeah.
A day.
Fucking party.
Not every day. But the fact is that I came to work and I had a panic attack because I was withdrawing from alcohol.
Yeah.
They did a blood test on me. I was a 0.06 at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's just leftover.
I had nothing to drink that morning when I woke up. It was off 24. And that was my rock bottom. That was my time for me. In rehab, they said it's your moment of pain. And for most people, their moment of pain is a DUI. Something, you get arrested or something involving alcohol, and that's your moment of pain. And that's when you just say, I'm fucking done with this, you know? And right around that time, my friend Lily, who I had been friends with online because we were both Pod Save America groupies, whatever. She's still my friend. I'm not talking about her like a cousin, but she was really into BTS, and she had just gone into them the year before. And they had put out an album in April, and they were on SNL. And I remember watching them on SNL like in the middle of April, and I remember videotaping and saying, like, oh my God, Lily, like I was on Instagram, like, because I was hammered, right? It was Saturday night. I was hammered. I was by myself. The last couple months I was drinking a load because Trisha and I got in a huge fight. I was not going down there. I literally like isolated myself. It made it so much worse, right? So I saw them on BBMAs, and then the day that I had my ER visit was May the 9th. So May the 9th was like a Thursday, and I remember they called my the psych resident came over and was like, you know, we talked. My doctor was like, you're going to rehab right now. I said, I'm not doing that. She's like, well, you need to do something because you can't keep doing this. I said, look, I'm ready to stop drinking, but I'm not going to a fucking detox. I said, I'll do it myself. The only reason she let me do that is because I was a nurse. And well, really the major reason is because I literally lived a tenth of a mile from a hospital that had a um, alcohol program. St. Elizabeth's. It was literally down the street from my apartment. I could walk there. So I promised her, I said, look, if anything happens, I'm literally next to an ER. She's like, oh, I trust you. I trust you. I mean, she'd been my doctor for like two years at that point. I trust you, you know, but just please be careful. Please, like, you know, be careful. And the big thing was the blood pressure for me. So when I stopped drinking, like the first couple days, my blood pressure was really elevated and I was taking my blood pressure, but it wasn't anything crazy. And then
Yeah.
that's really the only symptom I had. I didn't have anything crazy, you know, like
So how high was your blood pressure?
probably about as high as it was before I started taking blood pressure medication. Because back then I wasn't as heavy and my blood pressure didn't run that high. So maybe 130 over, maybe like 140 over like 98 or something. Like that was the highest,
Yeah.
which is like nothing compared to what I was running like in the last year before I fucking went on Losartan, you know.
Are you still on Lozart now?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, gang gang. I'm on it too.
The goal is that once I get the majority of this weight off, I probably won't eat anymore. So
Yeah, I think too, like, I mean, both of our parents have had high blood pressure for so long.
okay.
I mean, we're like destined to get high blood pressure. So
Except mom swears up and down she never had high blood pressure. She does now.
yeah, that's a damn lie.
But what sucks about mom is they put her on some weird ass fucking medication. And she kept doing this thing where she would stand up and she'd be like, get dizzy. And I was like, Mom,
Does it make her blood pressure too low?
yeah. I said,
Wow.
Mom, you need to fucking stop doing because she acts like it's it's not a big deal. I'm like, Mom, I've literally seen this happen to you 3 times. You need to call the doctor.
No.
I'll call him. I was like, whatever this fucking medication they put you on that they had to like special order, it's too much.
Yeah.
You fucking tell them,
Yeah,
suck my dick. I'm
just
not
tell the
taking
doctor.
it. Just change the fucking
Yeah,
medication.
or just take half of it.
She did. She did that. But it was
Yeah.
kind of like with her, it's like, I don't know why this is happening. I was like, Mom, you know why this is happening.
Yeah.
Like, don't be stupid. You know why this is happening. The medication that you're on is too strong and it's making your blood pressure too low. So when you stand up, your blood pressure dropping, and that's why you're dizzy. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Lozartan's a hell of a drug. That shit
No,
works.
she's on something crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I know, I know. I'm just saying, like, you and I are on Lozartan.
yeah.
And
So when I got my, where did I go to the doctor last time? It was back in Charlotte, maybe a couple weeks ago. I was down, it was like 124 over 86. I was like, that's pretty
fuck
decent.
yeah.
Because usually when I go to the doctor, it's like elevated,
Oh
like
yeah.
worse than it was. Like, I mean, I was running like 170 something over
Oh yeah, dude.
102, like every time I would go. And I was like, no,
There's a couple times where I thought they were gonna send me to the hospital.
yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm like, dude, it's white coat syndrome. Calm down. Like, I'm good. I'm like, well, you're on Lozartan. I'm like, yeah, I know I am. And it's fine at home because I would take it every single day.
Yeah. I
And it
take
would always be perfect.
yeah.
But then when I went to the doctor, like, it'd
It's
be
not. Yeah. It's just they fucking have to
horrible.
just fucking chill out with that shit.
Yeah. They're like, there's 150 over 112. Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, dude, you tell me. It's fine. Like,
They
take it
fucking
again.
know that. They know that fucking white coat shit is a
Yeah.
they fucking know that. They're just being assholes.
Because on the fucking the little PA or whatever, like, she was like, I'm gonna take it again before you leave. I was like, okay. And so I was going to check out, you know, I didn't have to pay anything because of insurance, but
Yeah.
she's like flagged me out. She's like, oh, come on. Yeah, I gotta check it again. She like pulled me into this side room and checked my blood pressure again. I'm like, okay, whatever. She's like, okay, it's a bit better. I'm like, yeah, I'm
Here's
good.
the other thing. She takes it with the thing, the machine, doesn't
Oh,
she?
I ask for manual every
I was
time.
about to say the manual is you got to do manual.
Yeah.
Every
That's
time, every time somebody's done it manually, it's right, and it's not
mm,
that bad.
it's and then Marissa taught me that.
Yeah.
She was like, no, fuck that. She was like, say you want it manual.
Yeah.
You want a manual. So but either way, so we both have high blood pressure. Is there any other songs you want to listen to for a second?
Let me think. Hold please. Let me go through my recently played Spotify. Let's see here. Your library. Let's see here. I have one more K-pop song that just came out that I think you might like it.
Okay. Let's hear it. What we talk about?
The song is called Bite Me, like a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
They have a vampire concept. The group is called Enhypen. It's ENHYPEN.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And it's called Bite Me. And it's their new song. It's their new title track. They are basically the grand.
Just come kiss me and bite me. You're the one song memory. 널 찾는 내 사포는 scream. 이제 나는 wanna hit a bit. 운명은 우리 다시 발견했지. Got me bad 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 나를 괴롭힌 뭔가를 찾아 헤매는 dreams. 떠올랐어 when you're next to me. 잠시 잊혀진 나의 이름이. Just come over and bite me. Come here and get some. 널 참미할 사이게 그게 내 숙명. Just come over and bite me. It's you and me in this world. 내게로 다시 와닿네. 날 구원할 거라면 Just come kiss me and bite me. It's you and me in this world. 이 어둠 속에서 light me. 기회를 줄 거라면 Just come kiss me and bite me. 빠질게 너를 지키 brave heart 과거에 버린 내 어리석은 너만 Come to me, make it right 다시 연결해줘.
You're really missing a lot by not watching so K-pop videos are fucking crazy. The
Yeah, because the
music
choreography and shit, so
so
it's so great.
fucking good. But the
Yeah.
whole thing about K-pop groups is that they're fucking dramatic. Like all the which is what's so fun about it is that like all the groups have concepts, and then every comeback is a different concept, like different clothes, and the guys always like dye their hair differently. Like some people like usually in a group, like if there's 7 or 8 guys, like every comeback, like 3 of them will dye their hair like a weird color.
And you said there's 8, or how many are in this group?
7.
7.
So this group was formed by a what they call a survival show. It's kind of like Making the Band, I guess, but like more intense and more dramatic. And I hate survival shows, and Korea loves survival shows, and I think that I think they're gonna get like away from that, because a couple years ago there was a big scandal. There was some big survival show like that the 7 or 8 finalists were going to be in this boy group, right? And it was all, the voting was all rigged. Like they found out later on that the voting like had been rigged by like who the hell knows. Anyway, so this group was formed in early 2020, like right before the pandemic started. They did this show called Island, ILAND. And they're basically to talk about it in like sorority or fraternity terms. They're like the grand littles of BTS. So BTS and then Tomorrow by Together are their like little bros. They're in the same label, Big Hit Music. And Hypen was formed by the TV show Island, but it was run by Bang PD, Bang Shi-hyuk, who is the founder of Big Hit Music, and he is now the chairman of Hybe. And he's worth like, I don't know, $30 billion or something.
Yes.
He started off as this CEO of this small ass company called Big Hit Entertainment. And he put BTS together in 2013 or 2011. And then they became a group in 2013. And he's been like their big bro since then. So if you ever see, like, they have a relationship now with him that's very, they always really have. It's very collegial. It's not really boss and employee. It's more like older brother or like an uncle type thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're very close to him because they grew up with him. They literally saved his company. Not only did they save his company, they made him a fucking multi-billionaire. Because Bang Shi-hyuk it's not just that he's the money guy. He's a producer. He's a writer. He's a songwriter. He's totally involved. He was totally involved with all the production, all the choreography, everything. And he still is with a lot of these groups, but his main groups he's still a Big Hit Music. His main groups are BTS and Tomorrow by Together, TXT. Hybe, HYBE, is a corporation now. And they're a conglomerate. They've bought all these smaller labels. So Big Hit, and then they've got all these other little smaller labels. So in Hypen is this label called B-Lift Lab. But they worked in corporation with Big Hit before they became Hybe. So basically, and Hypen is like the grand littles of BTS. But they were formed on a survival show. Hopefully that will never happen again. But they've been a group for like 3 years. I mean, their music was their music's I like the guys. I mean, they're cute, they're funny. I like their content. Like I like watching them on videos or TikToks or whatever, but the music itself was just like, I really liked a couple of their songs when they first came out, but this EP just came out like, it was right before I went to San Antonio. So I think it was like the second or third week in May. And I really like this short album they did. It's really, really good. And this is the first time I've been like, yeah, I fuck with this. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Okay, maybe I can, because I was just like, oh, I really like the guys in Hypen. They're really sweet and I really like them, but I just don't like their music. Like it's not that good,
Yeah. No,
but this is pretty decent. So that was like their title track or whatever that came out like a month ago, I guess. But
so
yeah.
is that guy that you're talking about who's like oversees everything?
Uh-huh.
Is he kind of like the Lou Pearlman of K-pop?
No. He's not like Lou Pearlman. He's not a fucking gross fucking person.
No, I'm just asking.
Lou Pearlman was basically like an agent.
Yeah.
Bang Shi-hyuk he started out as a musician.
Okay.
Musician. He started his, what the fuck? Sorry, that was somebody else on my door. He started as a musician and he became producer. He started his own company. His nickname is Hitman, Hitman, Bang.
Mm-hmm.
He's written so many fucking like hits, and this was before even BTS. Like he had written so much music for other groups, like older K-pop groups. So like,
Okay, so he's not Lou Pearlman.
No. He's not a creep like that.
No.
However, he stepped down as CEO of Hive, I guess, a couple years ago. He's still the chairman of the board. He's been spending a lot of time in America because Hive bought Ithaca Holdings, which if you know anything about Ithaca Holdings, the person that runs that is Scooter fucking Braun.
Scooter Braun.
Scooter-
Oh.
Yeah.
He's the one that, like, Taylor Swift, like, yep.
Scooter Braun and Bong PD are now besties. And Scooter Braun is currently the head of Hive America.
I
Yeah.
heard he's a piece of shit.
He is a total piece of shit. Now, he still has people under him like Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, like these people. And he's definitely gotten people connections like into the Western thing, but Bong P is definitely like getting obsessed with like that, you know. So it came out that Tomorrow Right Together is doing a single. It's coming out July 7th with the Jonas Brothers. And it's being produced by Ryan Tedder, who's the lead singer of One Republic. But he's also a big producer and he's done like a lot of
huge producer. Yeah.
Huge producer. So they're like really pushing that. And Ryan Bong PD, you know, they were in LA for concerts. Like I was in Texas, and then after they were in San Antonio, they went to LA. And then they did their 2 shows in LA, and then they stayed in LA for like a week. And they're like, yeah, we're not telling you what we're doing, but it was because they were recording the song with the Jonas Brothers. I mean, it's gonna be cute. I mean, the snippets are cute, like it's gonna be cute, like little summer song, but the behind the scenes videos and all this pushing, like Bong PD's there, like kind of like their dad, you know, and he's like, I mean, they've made some inroads really, and but people are like, is this really what we want? Like, is this really what we want? Do we really Western validation? You fucking don't. Like, why do they have to sing in English? It's just about like what happened with BTS and Dynamite and all that. And Namjoon has always said that was probably the worst thing that ever happened to them was Dynamite and all that shit, because they,
I mean, Dynamite slaps, so
no, what I'm saying is that Dynamite did so well and they were fine with Dynamite. They thought it was just like a one-off thing, but it was so money making for the company that they basically like forced them to do more.
Yeah.
Namjoon never wanted to sing songs, and he never wanted to sing songs in English. They never wanted to. They're like, we're a Korean band. Like, why do we have to sing songs in English? Never mind the fact that so many K-pop groups have put out songs totally in English to cater to Western audiences to try to get on Billboard. You know what I mean? To try to get fucking sales, you know? I don't know. The song's cute. I mean, it'll be great, whatever. I'm more excited about the fact that they're coming back with like another Korean album like in a couple months. And then Jungkook, my baby. the John Jungkook is coming out with his first solo album July 14th.
Hasn't he collabed with like some pretty famous people?
Charlie Puth?
Oh yeah.
No. This is Jungkook's album. His fucking solo album. Like Jimin had a solo album, which was
Chef's Kiss.
Yoongi did his third August D album, which was actually his first real solo album. The first 2 were mixtapes. But anyway, J-Hope did his first official album, Jack in the Box. RM did his first official album, Indigo. but RM and J-Hope and Yoongi, they're the 3 rappers in BTS, and they've done mixtapes before. Jungkook has never put out anything on his own. He's putting out his album. But this is because they're all doing this before they go to the military. They're yeah,
That's right.
they're all going to the military. Like Yoongi's gonna be done this weekend. I think this weekend is the last weekend of Yoongi's tour. He went to all over the United States and all over Southeast Asia, and then he's finishing in Seoul. And then we're pretty sure in the next couple weeks they're gonna announce he's going to the military. And we're hoping that Namjoon is going to, but we don't really know. So,
They have to serve what, 2 years?
18 months if they if they do active duty, like active duty, it's 18 months. If they end up doing some kind of social service work, they do 22 months. The problem with Yoongi is that he has a shoulder injury. He has a permanent shoulder injury, and he had a bank heart tear repair back in the end of 2020. 2020.
So he may not even have to go.
No. He has to go, but they don't think he can't do. They're not sure he's going to be able to do active duty. So he may, but because he has a injury. There's other things that he can do that would fulfill him, so he could just do 18 months and not 22.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like people are police officers, like military police. They do other things where they're not like on the front line. Whereas Jin, he went in December. His boot camp was literally like at the DMZ in the winter time. Cold. Yeah. Yeah. So he's stationed somewhere up there, and he's a drill instructor now because he loved it and they loved him. And so he's training all the guys that come in. And then J-Hope is doing the same thing. He's another assistant, like drill instructor. So he and Jin are in different places in Korea, but they're doing the same thing. So I'm hoping that maybe that's just kind of a chill thing they can do, that's not like crazy.
I mean, it's just like with H3 with Ela Klein.
Yeah.
She
did she have to go to the army?
Yeah. In Israel. But she was in the army for
it's only men. Yeah, it's only men.
no, fucking Israel. She was there for 2 years. And that's when she met Ethan.
Yeah.
At the Holocaust Museum. That's where
wow.
they met. Yeah. And so they met each other there.
That's cool.
And they had like a long distance relationship, and then Ethan moved over to Israel for a little bit.
That's cool.
And they were together, and then he moved back, and then she moved to
once she's done,
LA. Yeah.
And
then they started dating.
Was she like an active duty person, or was she kind of a
No, I mean like she
kind of like a service?
Yeah. I don't know exactly what she was doing. But
a lot of the K-pop guys go into the military band, so they do kind of like that type of service.
Yeah.
Whereas Jin and J-Hope are doing like they're working with soldiers, which is cool. And then this group called Shiny, which I think you know about because I talked about it in my thesis. Jonghyun was the one that killed himself like almost 6 years ago at this point. Shiny is a second gen group, so they started in 2008. One of the members, Minho, he did his service. He started it, I think, right before COVID. So he ended up getting his service significantly shortened. I think he was only in the military for like a year, but he wanted to join he joined the Marines, basically, the Special Forces. He wanted to. So he was, he was ready to go. If anything had happened, But most of the K-pop guys, they do like something more tame, you know.
Yeah. That's fucking nuts.
And Minho was nuts. He's just like, yeah.
Oh.
He's like, let's do it. Like, okay. He's like, I want to
Like,
start.
okay, have fun. Have
But
fun, don't die.
they're so like we as Americans would never understand. They grew up, Korean boys grow up since little boys knowing that they're gonna have to go to the military at some point.
Yeah.
So if you get to be in your late 20s and they say, oh well, you don't have to go, it's kind of like, okay. They're prepared for it. I mean, they're totally prepared. Their older brothers went, their dads went, their uncles went, their neighbors went. Everybody goes. So it's like they know, they already know what's gonna happen, you know, so they're not scared. And it's just with the K-pop artists, it's just a pain in the ass. It kind of gets in the way of stuff. You know what I mean? It's all about timing, it's all about the timeline and stuff. It's not about safety. It's not about, oh my God, they don't want to do this. It's about, well, this just sucks because, you know, I'm in the middle of my career, you know.
Yeah. Ugh.
And most Koreans, a lot of them, you know, especially if they come out right out of school and they don't know what they're going to do, they go right to the military and they're like, let me just get this over with. You know, they're 18, like, let's get this over with. I'm going to do my 18 months. I'll be out and then I can just live my life. I'm done. I don't have to give the government anything else, you know. So a lot of that happens. So they'll come out, they're like almost 20, you know, then they can like go to school, they can start working, they can do whatever, you know, they're done with their fucking service. A lot of actors do that. So yeah. Anyway, it's interesting.
It's interesting. It's just like sucks at the same time.
No, it fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. Because it's the same thing with Israel. They're still at war with Palestine.
Right.
South Korea is still at war with North Korea because technically, because there was never there was only 3 signatures on the peace treaty and there needed to be 4. I can't remember who was the last one. I think it was the North Korean dictator, or was it the South Korean dictator? Because when South Korea became a country at first, they had a dictator too. Who's a dictator for like 25, 30 years. So it wasn't until like the late 70s, early 80s that they started getting like a real democratic government. There was all kinds of uprisings, and it's just the history is very interesting. That I'm just from learning about it.
Well, and it's like we were never really taught anything about like the Korean War. Like
No, of course not, of
they
course
call
not.
me that's the reason why it's called the Forgotten War. Like we didn't hear
Yeah.
shit about it.
Right, because they're Asians. You know, it's like, okay, well, you know, people think about Asians in the United States and they think about the World War, and like around that time they think about Japanese and they think about Pearl Harbor, right?
Yeah.
So they don't think about, you know, Korea were victims of Japan, and Korea were victims of the Soviet Union and the United States and all that. They don't think about that stuff because they don't know, because it's not
Yeah.
taught. You know, they
That's
think
not
about
taught at all.
Japanese, Asian, Japanese, Pearl Harbor, all Asians are bad. Like that's just how people are because they suck. 'Cause
We
they're so
bomb them.
ignorant.
Yeah.
Fucking ignorant.
What's on a lighter note, not
Yeah.
to talk about war anymore. Jesus wept.
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. Yeah.
Your favorite Radiohead song?
Look, is it there? Hold on.
Oh, is it there?
I think it might be there. Radiohead song. I'm pretty sure it's either there or Backdrifts. They're both on Hail to the Thief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, hold please. Yeah, it's there, I think is it for me. I think so. There, all I need.
I'm going crazy, right?
Got some K-pop going on.
Oh my God, actually.
Yeah, OMG, New Jeans.
The next thing we do, whenever we do another K-pop thing, we're gonna do Stray Kids.
Okay.
Whatever that goes. Can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah,
All right, I
absolutely.
really have to pee. Can we take a break?
Yeah. I'll just listen to something random in the meantime.
Yeah, put whatever you want.
Yeah. Ooh, some more sugar. I don't like this song. Little my sugar break. It's not even Monday.
Guys.
Dead air, dead air. Dead air, dead air. Let's try this out. Moody mix. So that's. Ooh. Good song. One of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh.
oh, I'm gonna get another beer. And I did like the worst fucking pour you've ever seen in your goddamn life. Whatever.
What's wrong?
I gotta hold on. I had to turn it down because my neighbors would have been like killing me.
Oh, because of my sugar?
Yeah.
Yep, that's all right, wrong. Not even Monday, but
I
it's my
literally
sugar.
lost like this much of my beer because I fucking poured it so bad and I was like,
That's
whatever.
fine.
It is what it is.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'm fucking dripping everywhere. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so what were we talking? You were gonna do Meshuggah or we did Meshuggah?
No, I did my sugar where you were going.
You doing there, or are we gonna do whatever?
Oh yeah.
You wanna do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. I'll put on my sugar since you left.
Jesus wept.
wish I listened to the whole thing. Sorry.
The other one
What?
is Backdrifts. Can we listen to that one?
Oh, which one?
Backdrifts. It's in the same
Sure.
album. Backdrifts. Tits. IFTS.
Hmm.
This has got a good beat. You can dance to it. I'm kidding. It's got a good beat. You can dance to it.
Fucking Johnny's a mastermind on all the electrical stuff.
Came out in 2003. Hold on. They're talking about George Bush.
We're riding through with damaged goods. What the hell? We got nothing more to lose. One gust and we will probably crumble with backdrifting. This far, but no further. I'm hanging off a branch. I'm teetering on the brink of honey sweet, so fall asleep. I'm backsliding. You fell into arms. You fell into arms. We tried, but there was nothing we could do. Nothing we could do. All evidence has been buried. All tapes have been erased. But your footsteps give you away.
I don't know. I just those two songs, man, that like brings me back to like a time in my life that was like bad, but I like those songs. So
Fucking, I love Radiohead so much.
all right, too. All right, too. I'm trying to
They're
think
so
of one that I fucking love, but those are the two that like first came on my like, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, like, I feel like I mean, even like Marissa, she, when she's like cooking and shit on
Yeah.
Sunday for the week, she puts on like Radiohead radio and
Oh
like
yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
she just loves everything that comes up.
It's good.
I'm like, there you go.
It's
But
good.
her favorite is she fucking this quintessential that she just loves Creep so much. She's
Oh
like,
yeah, it's
fucking
good.
love this song.
That's
like
like the
that's
first one that was
yeah.
like that's the best.
I just think about Tom jumping into the pool and on MTV, whatever that show was called, or that had people come play. It's like
Was
MTV
it the
Rocks or MTV. Like,
I think it was the Macne and Stray Kids. He did a cover of that song. Some K-pop group. I'm almost like 99% sure it was Stray Kids. The youngest person in that group did a cover and it was pretty good.
of Creep.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I think it was Stray Kids. I can't remember 100%, but yeah. Anywho. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, that's it. So, where are you at now? Operating percentage.
Well, I'm kind of tired, so maybe like
Yeah, I'm tired too.
80. 79.
Yeah, 79 still
Pretty tired.
impeccable. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
I'm gonna go take my contacts out, take my makeup off, and go to bed.
Heard
Is that-
that.
Go to work till Wednesday.
Fuck yeah, I know. And
I mean, look,
God, what?
I gotta look. I gotta get my shit together in this place. This place is fine. It's just I literally feel like I have not like really moved in because I have not unpacked my clothes and like put them where they need to be. Because there's no dressers.
Mm,
There's like a small little fucking baby dresser in each of the bedrooms, and it's like you can put like undies in there, maybe shorts. That's it. Like maybe the little like my little sleep shorts or whatever.
yeah.
That's it. I gotta hang everything else up.
I mean,
Do you think I really want to hang up my fucking t-shirts? You're out of your fucking damn mind. I don't want to fucking do that. There are some shelves up in the top of the closets. They're big closets, you know. So I'm hoping I can just stack them up there or whatever. I'm just being fucking lazy.
yeah, Marissa had to put a ban on me from buying books because I like anytime we go to the Arboretum, I'm like, I'm gonna go to Barnes and Noble, I'm gonna find a book.
Well,
I-
have you read them? Have you read them?
No.
All right. Well,
I'm
once
so
you read them, you need to get rid of them. Like you need to just
wow,
go back to that used store on
I'm never gonna do that.
Johnson Road.
Never gonna do that.
Well, where are you gonna put them, honey?
I'll find a place.
All right.
But I have just behind me.
That's like me and my K-pop shit. Small boxes now.
I have 19 stacked up just on my little ottoman behind me.
You have way more than
Oh,
that.
you can see it behind me.
Yeah. You have way more than 19 books.
Oh, and I have a whole
probably have
bag.
like-
I have a whole bag right next to
We
me.
got like 100.
Yeah,
Right
I have a whole
that.
bag next to me.
Probably like 100.
Yeah. So, and then I have like people that gift me books, like literally the manager of
What if you like got shelves like built into a nice shelves built into the wall?
there wouldn't be enough room.
Well, I mean, what's on the walls in there? Like, you can't just put like get some shelves like built. Like, I'm talking like floating shelves, like nothing fancy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like float, just get some floating shelves and like hang your. If you want to look at your like, I totally get it. Like, mom was like, "Can't you get rid of all these fucking books?" I was like, "I don't want to.
No, I don't want to get rid of them.
I like looking at my books. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, not right now. Obviously, I don't have my books with me, but like when I go home, I want to see my fucking books.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let me look into that. That'd be fun.
Like, I want to see my copy of Hamilton. Like, I want to see, I want to see all these books that I fucking read that I liked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got the whole works of William Shakespeare. Like, I want you to, I'm keeping my fucking books. I've got the Fountainhead. I've got all these other books that I've actually read and loved in my whole life. And I'm just like, fucking.
Ayn Rand?
You know what? That book I read when I was in 11th
I
grade.
know. You read it a long time ago, but
700 pages. It was my
Mm.
AP English class. And she said, yeah, y'all are going to read the Fountainhead in a month. And it was 700 pages. And everyone was like,
hmm.
I read it.
Fuck yeah, it's not bad. I mean, 700 pages is a lot.
I don't like Anne Rand's a fucking weirdo. She was a fucking weirdo, but I like that book because it's all about individualism versus collectivism, and I like the storyline.
That's like your favorite book of all time, right?
No.
Oh.
I don't know what my favorite book of all time
No,
is.
I don't know either.
Definitely in the top.
No, I definitely know what my favorite book of all time is.
Is it?
I've read it like 6 times.
Yeah.
Could you guess?
It's like World War Zero or something like that. One of those.
No, not World War Z. No. I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
42.
Oh, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna be 42 this year.
I know. It's a great year. That's exciting.
Yeah,
But yeah, I hope to make it there as well.
you will.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll get there. Yeah, I don't know. gonna be interesting. I'm still thinking about, like, I took the whole week, so my contract ends September 9th, but I took off from August 25th to September 3rd, whenever Labor Day is. At first I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to Vancouver, and I was like, I'm not doing that. It's
Well, you're not doing that anymore.
it's too much money. Like, I
Uh.
literally, I think I spent about $5,000 to go to San Antonio, if you include the tickets to the concerts.
God.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I said, I don't want to like lay at home for a week. So I was like, well, maybe I can just go to New York. I can spend like $1,000 to go to New York for a hotel and for the flight. But then obviously I have to pay for food and stuff. It's so expensive. Like, even if I go for like 3 days, it's like fucking expensive. And I would want to go to a show, like, so that's a couple $100 to go see a show, because my birthday's on a Saturday. So I was like, oh, I'll go to see a show on my birthday. Like, I'll go up Friday or whatever.
Mm.
And then I was like, I don't really want to, and I was like, oh, let me, I'm still thinking about it. Like, that just like came to my mind. I was like, well, I could go to New York, it'll be fun. I've been a few times, so like I'm familiar, and like I could, but what I would want to do is go see the stuff that I've never seen. So like I'd want to do more museum stuff, and I'd want to do more cultural stuff, and not like just go to the fucking all the touristy shit,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I might
Yeah, just do whatever. Like,
and so I'd be flying out of Raleigh, and it's cheaper anyway. So because I'm gonna have to go back to Raleigh, because I'm gonna have to go back to work for at least for like a week, and then I'll be done. So yeah, I move out of here. Well, I have to move out here by the 12th of September. So this place has 2 bedrooms. I'm gonna do like a video, like on my phone, like once this place is cleaned up, and I'm gonna do like a video, and I'll like show it to you.
Yeah.
It's a living room, and we come in, it's a townhouse, so it's like you walk in, there's a living room, there's a half bathroom, like a powder room, and then you got the kitchen. And then behind the kitchen, or the back of the kitchen, there's a door that goes outside, and that's where the trash cans are, right? The trash cans and the recycling. There's like a little patio like space right there. Like, it's basically like a slab. They put like a table out there with 2 chairs, but I'm not fucking sitting out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like literally right by the pool. So when you walk in, if you don't come into the big living room, you go upstairs. So there's stairs right there to your left when you walk in. And there's 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, a full bathroom. So that's like where so just like in the Airbnb, I have my sleeping quarters and I have my dressing quarters.
Yeah.
The bathroom itself is a lot nicer than the one in Durham, but the water pressure is a lot worse than the one in Durham. And the one in
Really?
Durham was bad. Yeah. It's almost like a bird bath.
Oh no.
But well, honestly,
Like,
in the morning,
give me something.
I'm like, Meredith, there's literally nothing you can do about this. You just have to fucking deal with it and just fucking stand. This is out.
This sucks.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. But anywho, I mean, life is fine. I'm okay. I'm,
Still
hopefully
breathing.
right. I'm still breathing.
That's what I tell myself every day. I'm just like, we're still breathing. We woke up, we're still breathing.
That's right. That's right. I found out today that I live with him with a walking distance of a hair cedar. I literally have a hair cedar literally right behind my condo. I have a Food Lion like caddy corner for my condo. I have a Trader Joe's next to my condo.
No shit, do you really?
And then you go up like a less than 5 minutes and you got a Wegmans, which is literally my favorite grocery store.
I've never been to Wegmans in my entire life.
Like I said, if you ever want to fly up here, I will come get you from RDU and you can come hang out. This place is huge. We can do whatever you want.
We can go to Wegmans and
We'll go to Wegmans.
we'll go to TJ's.
Yeah, we'll go to TJ's, we'll go to Wegmans. There's all kinds of stuff around here. And then I was driving through to go to the hair cedars tonight from work, and I saw there's like this place behind me. There's so many like new restaurants, like, and they're cool. I was like Bar Taco and like all these other places, and I'm like, there's some some place it's like Asian street food. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta fucking go. It's like fucking
I
right
mean, you have to. You have to go there.
I was like, okay. I think it's called Hawkers or something. I was like, Hawkers, Asian street food. I was like, okay, this is me all day right here.
And how shitty is that parking lot for TJ's?
Terrible. Um,
Why?
so
Why is that a thing? Why
well,
is
so
that?
it's in a shopping center, so everything's outside.
Yeah.
There's an Ulta there. There's a Brewers. There's a Trader Joe's. There's a million other things there.
And the TJ's parking lot just sucks.
Right. So it's because it's not even a TJ's parking lot. It's like this, it's like the shopping center parking lot.
Yeah.
So you're basically like, I went in the other day to go Ulta and I went, it's right next to TJ's. And like I went in the other day, I guess it was it Saturday? No. It was like during the week and it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The place was fucking packed. Like it was the parking lot. And it's not even that it's really busy. It's not even that it's packed. Like you can find places to park, but it's just like people are always going in and out of there.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
stressful. Yeah, it's like just when you get out of your car, like when you get to your car, like fuck, like trying to back out and trying to like get in, go to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, and especially
And literally, like when I leave the place, I literally turn right, and then literally the next stoplight is my condos, and it's like,
just fucking walk.
okay, I might do that. I might do that.
Yeah, just walk, dude. They'll give you those
Well, you
nice
gotta fucking
paper
carry,
bags.
You gotta fucking carry back. What if I get there and I'm like, I want to fucking shop? Because that's how I do. Like, I'm all like, oh, I'm gonna get like 2 or 3 things from TJ's, and then it's like I end up with like fucking a whole box of shit.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's because when you get the opportunity to go to TJ's, you're like, I want everything while I'm here. I'm gonna get it. Because
I
we
mean,
gotta
especially now that I'm like more on a diet kind of mode, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is way better to just like fucking go here. Because I remember when I was on Weight Watchers, like strict, I was getting TJ's. Like I was going on the one in Alston where I could actually park in the parking garage. It was a brand new one, and it was so dope, so
great.
good.
We have so much frozen shit from them.
TJ's,
And then yeah. Cause like when we go randomly, we're like, let's just stock up.
yeah.
And like we use this fucking umami seasoning they have.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Oh god,
That
we're
shit.
we're
Do you have
down.
the
We're
sriracha- do you have the sriracha seasoning? It's pretty good.
yeah.
It's not as good as the McCormick's sriracha seasoning. Like the
Oh
actual.
no, actually, no, we don't have the sriracha seasoning. But the umami seasoning.
Honestly, don't buy it. If you want to get
Okay.
sriracha seasoning, get the McCormick's.
Okay.
Now, if they don't have it in the store, you can order online. Because I
Okay.
have to order
Good to
online.
know. That umami seasoning though.
That's spicy and it's really fucking good. Like I put it like on every like on fucking mashed potatoes. I put it on like fucking anything. It's good. It's really good. Yeah.
And that's the McCormick.
Yeah, it's just like
sriracha seasoning?
it's like I don't know if it's McCormick's. I think it's McCormick's. It's like a bottle and then it's got like a green label on the top. It's you can find it like in the grocery stores, you like when you go to the spice aisle,
Mhm.
and then it's like a kind of like a sage green label with a white writing, and then it'll say like the name of the seasoning. So it's like McCormick's or whatever, and then it says sriracha or McCormick's and ginger or whatever.
Mm.
Let me see if I can find a picture. So yeah.
That
It's,
sounds dank.
Yeah, it's so good.
That'll be good on like veggies and shit.
Oh, McCormick, yep. I'm about to take a picture of this.
Yeah, just text it to me.
Yeah.
I'll take a
Now,
look at
I don't know if you can get it like in the store still. I'm hoping that you can, but at least if I give you the name of it,
Yeah,
then you might
keep
be
an
able
eye
to-
out for it.
McCormick, oh, looks like you can get it maybe in from Walmart.com. Let me see. Here's the picture. Anyway, it's good. Here we go. McCormick's Gourmet Seasoning. There it is.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah. Anyway, it's wicked good. It's really good. I mean,
Good.
that's some spice. It's not like, I mean, the sriracha seasoning from TJ's is okay. Like it's decent, but like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
put it in if you could buy that, it's way spicier. It's way tastier to me.
Yeah,
Like I wouldn't marinate meat in it unless you really like wanted your fucking ass to get lit up because it's really spicy. But I like
yeah.
I like sprinkling it on things like vegetables or like potatoes or chicken or whatever, kind of just like shaking it on top because it definitely gives you like that spice. So yeah.
I want it. I need it. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
fucking like
So,
I have this habanero sauce that I put on like everything.
oh yeah.
I've got
I got the Chinese chili crisps.
oh,
So I got really nervous.
that's a
about
game changer.
I got really nervous. I was making eggs the other day. I was like, I'm just gonna put a little bit. And I was like, this is like next time I gotta be more heavy. But the problem is that it has so many calories as I was trying to like
Yeah.
I was trying to like knock it
Yeah.
off the oil in it, you know. Because my doctor really my MP really wants me to be like under 1,500 calories. So like I'm I'm getting there. I'm not like, I mean, obviously I've just fucked this whole day because I've had so many beers, but whatever. It's fine. I'm not gonna be like this tomorrow. It's just
Like you tell me, like my fucking empty calories. Oh, it's fucking alcohol I drink.
yeah. This is the most I've drank in a while, so I'm all right. But
And I can't stop eating tangy ketchup chips. Doritos.
I had those.
They're so good.
Well,
Oh my god,
like a
dude.
game changer.
I know. I wake up in the middle of the night and I sneak in the pantry
They're super good.
and I try to find the most seasoned one. I'm like, it needs to be worth it. I'm gonna have this one.
They're really good. They're really good. And I'm seeing them everywhere now. Like I'm like, oh god, this is bad. I was like, this is as bad as when the purple Doritos came out, the sweet spicy chili.
Dude, when the other one that's good is the like the barbecue one that just came out.
Doritos?
Yeah. It's like the sweet something barbecue. It's in a black bag. They are fucking so good. Like those and the ketchup have changed my life.
That tangy ketchup shit is good.
Yeah. And by change my life, like I mean like made it worse.
Made it worse.
But yeah, but no, those fucking ketchup ones.
Well, I'm still really mad about the fact that Lay's discontinued making the sour cream and onion baked Lay's in the big bag. Like they used to make
Did they?
Yeah. They used to make a baked Lay's sour cream and onion for years. And then all of a sudden, like we couldn't find it. And then you could only find it in the small bags. And now you can't even find it in the small bags. Mom, when she would go to Matthews, Presby Matthews, she would sometimes find them in the doctor's lounge and she'd steal them. Like she'd get like 6 to 10. Now you can order them on Amazon, which I've done before, but it's a box of like 60.
That's
and they
fine.
sat in the garage because I forgot about them. And Mom was like, well, you can't eat these, they're expired. And I was like, they expired a month ago. I opened them up.
I'm fucking eat them.
Great to me.
Yeah.
Ate a lot.
Fuck it.
I mean, I literally would buy a whole box of them and let them sit right here and I just eat through them because they're so good. You just take a little bag like every day for your work lunch. Like, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
and they're baked. They're
Great.
baked. It's fun.
Well, they're only like, I think it's only like 200 calories for the whole bag. I was like, it's not bad. They're so good. Because sour cream and onion Lay's chips are like probably my favorite chips of all time.
Mhm.
The original ones, the real greasy ones. And so when I saw a baked version, I was like, oh, this is amazing. And they were really good, but then they stopped making them, and I was like,
But they are they Ruffles?
no,
they're
I'm talking
regular?
about the Lay's. I'm talking about the big
Oh,
Lay's, and then the real Lay's that is in that green bag, not the Ruffles.
mhm.
It's not the same thing. I'm talking about the Lay's.
Dude,
The
But-
Lay's.
sour cream and onion Ruffles baked are so good.
Okay, well, I have to try those. I think my thing unplugged.
Yeah, you're showing your butt to
Sorry.
everybody.
I don't know why. I probably need to go because I don't know why my fucking thing isn't charging anymore.
No, you're good. We can end it.
All right.
All right. So this was a great
You said
discussion
we're
and
50, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Shit, we
involving
went into weeds. We really did. That's okay.
uh,
We need to. We need to go on weeds. It's fine.
yeah, we definitely discussed chips and things
Chips
and
are the best.
music.
You
Chips
can't-
and music. That's what this
Chips
is
are fine.
called. It's episode 50, Chips and
Chips and
Music.
music.
All right.
I like that. All right.
Hold it down. Give me
Ciao,
one
bud.
second. All right.